now that you're graduated?
Are you talking about class schedule?
Yeah.
It's, we're still at Georgia, so still got, class to go to. It's really nice though. I got that ever since COVID, they kind of pushed a little more online class, so half mine are in person, online. So get a little bit of time to come over here and get some recovery and stuff, but still got class.
Xavier, we got to see Trevor Etienne on Saturday. What do you feel like he brings to this offense? And then just in general, you guys have several running backs who have showed out through 2 weeks. What do you think of this run game?
Extremely impressed. We had a great fall camp. I got to see, especially a lot of the young guys get to go out there, Nate Frazier, and just show the talent they got. I think we got the best running back room in the country, and as long as we do our job up front, we'll get to, showcase those guys all season.
Xavier, you have been here a real long time.
Yes,
so
thank you.
Forgive me for not remembering the first time you got in, but I had asked Kirby about the bye games and the value of those games, and I'm guessing you probably got some snaps early in your career. Do you remember the first time you played, and what is the value when you play a Tennessee Tech or maybe an FCS or maybe a lesser school?
You still go out there and prepare the same week no matter who you're playing. You go out there, and I think it's a great time for the younger guys to kind of get out there and show what they've been working on all offseason. My first FCS game, I want to say, was Murray State, I think, back in 2019. And I think I got out there in the third or fourth quarter at tackle, and that was my first time playing at Stanford. And I just remember how excited I was to get out there, and we worked so hard in the offseason, and it was just a really exciting feeling to get out there for the first time.
Xavier, the game's changed so much, especially with the advent of RPOs, but I just wondered, kind of straight ahead run game, every once in a while you guys will get the zone play or the dive up the middle. How do you feel that you guys are as an offensive line right now at executing those plays?
I think we're great. We work on them, every day. We have different periods. We have specifically a lot of. I like our goal line periods because that's when we're running our zone plays like that. Just getting out there and getting a chance to hit somebody every day and just moving somebody against their will. And no matter what, if we run an RPO or run pass play, no matter what, we got to execute.
Xavier, Brock was around this program for a while. He's going to be on the other sideline on Saturday. Just what did you see from him when he was part of this program, and just his skill level as a quarterback?
He's a SEC starting quarterback. He's got a lot of talent. He's mobile, and he can do just about anything you ask him. He's very coachable. So I know what kind of level of player he is. He's got a lot of talent, and it's going to be exciting to see him play again this Saturday.
Xavier, you've been in a couple of these trips to Lexington. It's a tough place for you guys to play historically. What is it about that program and that place that kind of gives you guys some battles?
Yeah, from my perspective, they always have, since I've been here, a great defensive line up front. That game is always comes down to, I feel like, the trenches, and that's, a position I feel like Kentucky and Georgia are always going to be great at in the trenches.
What specifically do you remember from that game a couple of years ago, and your thoughts on the outcomes?
Which game? The Kentucky game?
The Kentucky game 2 years ago.
2 years ago, I just remember it was a battle. That game gets chippy again. Like I said, two really talented trenches, getting it in, and we're gonna have to run the ball on them, and it's just exciting getting to prepare for that all week. Our favorite thing to do as an offensive line is hit people, and I'm sure it is for them too. So it's gonna be a good one.
Your thoughts on Walker?
He's a very talented player. I'm excited to go against him.
Xavier, to your left, your head coach always starts out his Kentucky week by talking about how physical they are. Is that the case? Because you guys have been putting a thumping on the last decade plus. Is it always one of the more physical challenges in the league, or is it something that he needs to get you guys motivated, knowing that you've got to own this series of leagues?
I think, we play in the SEC, and I think every week it's going to be physical, no matter, who we're playing. And like I said, again, Kentucky, every year they just have a very physical defensive line, like many other SEC teams do. But I think specifically Kentucky, they got physical, so we're going to have to out-trench them.
Xavier, how would you assess how the offensive line has played through 2 weeks, and just where do you want to see improvement going into the first SEC game?
Yeah, definitely proud of the line and how we've come together as a unit. I think we had a really solid fall camp coming together. I saw a lot of improvement just in that amount of time in the off season, and just you know, there's obviously little things we could fix, like our steps and different things here and there, but I'm proud and I'm excited to see what we can do.
Yeah, you're someone who's accomplished a lot here in this time at Georgia, and you made a decision to come back for this final year. What led to that decision?
To come back?
Yeah.
I think it was a couple factors. You know, I think finishing last year, I think, you know, myself, I had a lot of areas I could improve on just from my play, and I think, you know, we didn't end the last season how I knew we could end it, and just coming back, if we could go out the right way with the special group of guys we got, it would mean that much more to me.
Yeah, first and foremost, only a man from Rhode Island would talk about that game from Kentucky 2 years ago and not mention how cold it was.
Yeah.
Second, actually, the question, what have you seen from Monroe Freeling and what's it been like rotating and watching him flip-flop between left and right during the season? And can you just explain to the common fan how difficult that is to flip-flop sides like that?
Yeah, 100%. You know, coming from somebody who had to do it, you know, it's at guard, tackle, wherever, it comes with its challenges, and but I think that's why Monroe can do it, is because he's the type of player that can do it. He's got that much talent. He's smart, and you know, he just loves to get after it. And I think he deserves the playing time that he gets. You know, he's got just as much talent as any of our offensive linemen we got here. And I'm just excited to see him grow. He's already grown a lot. I'm just excited to see him keep growing.
Xavier, another good question for the man who's been here forever.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Coach was talking about young defensive line and how much extra work those guys have gotten, go through camp and everything that early in the season. Again, you've seen a lot of these guys kind of come and go over the years. How is this group maybe setting itself apart, maybe a little bit differently than what you've seen in previous years because of getting that extra experience? I
think this is, you know, one of the younger teams we've had in a while, and that's where, you know, as the fewer older guys we've had here, we've got to come together and bring those guys with us and show them the way, show them the standard, and, you know, just show them how things are supposed to be done. So, you know, it comes down to us, the guys that have been here around the program and know how things work, to make sure that happens.
Xavier, it looks like there's a chance of rain on Saturday. Just as an offensive lineman, what kind of adjustments do you have to make playing in inclement weather like that?
I don't think we got to make any adjustments as long as we get our feet in the ground and you know, get our pads low. It's how football is. We can't control the weather. You know, it's out of our control. So we're just going to focus on the things we can control. That's our steps, our technique, and, you know, our will to move somebody.
Here's right here. What was your reaction to seeing how Kentucky played last week, and what does that do for you guys when you prepare for a team this early in the season?
Right. I don't think it does anything for us. You know, I know how it is playing in the SEC week in, week out. Everybody's trying to get better, and obviously we're gonna have to take this week seriously. It doesn't matter how the outcome of that game went. This is a whole new week. This is the SEC. You know, teams are loaded and got talent everywhere. So we're gonna prepare to play a really talented Kentucky team.
To your left, you looking for maybe for a blitz from Pop? You get a chance to block him. Maybe talk a little smack.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be exciting to get to see him out there. I just know what kind of talent level, you know, he has and what kind of leader he was here. So I'm definitely excited to get to see him out there.
Xavier, I know you guys are busy in prep, but Warren McClendon made his first start, and I don't know if you caught that, but was there time to reflect on things, seeing Warren out there on the field after everything he went through?
Yeah, I did. I was at my house watching it last night, and I got to see the player intros where he called out his name, and it was a really great feeling for me. Again, it made me feel super old, but it was great to see him out there and, you know, handling Hutchinson, who, I don't know if y'all remember, he played against him in Michigan when we played Michigan. And down in Miami at Hard Rock, and get to see them two go against each other again. It was awesome. I think he played a really good game.
You know, obviously, Pop and Brock went through the transfer portal, and the transfer portal is a real thing. It's here to stay. Did you ever have that experience where you sat down with the coaches and were contemplating possibly entering the portal?
Transferring?
Yeah, about transferring. I mean, and how does that sort of resonate in the locker room? Because I mean, it's a real thing guys have. I'm not playing, or I want a new start, or what have you.
I've been here 6 years. If I was going to transfer, it would have been a while ago. So you know, I was here waiting my turn, and, you know, there was no need for me to go anywhere. If I wanted to play another year, this was the only place I wanted to come back and you know, grow. But, you know, the transfer portal is a real thing. I think, you know, we've taken advantage of it and got a lot of really good players out of there that are going to help our team tremendously.
Any more questions for Xavier?
Just curious, what was your degree in?
I'm sorry?
Degree?
Real estate.
I'm sorry?
Real estate.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah, appreciate it.
All right, thanks, sir.
Thanks, Dave.